Ghetto dreams is nothing more than a perpetual scene of incredible things that a poor man never would dream of having. A place from all this madness where sadness is no longer a distraction, and had this happened a dream, I wouldn't have seen compassion. The ghetto is like a chemical reaction gone wrong, and by the time you hear this, I'll probably be long gone like a home phone that took thousands. Hell, all I got left is a few gallons, and after that, I'm through trapping. In these ghetto dreams, I find happiness, and I'm actually around people who give a damn. Instead of being in a place that's full of hate and filled with scams, but yet and still I am a ghetto child. And even though the ghetto wild, it's still like a mother that somewhat raised me, so bravely I made the ghetto proud. And it's wild. Temperatures like 100 degrees got me down on my knees. This can't be my destiny, but I got so many felonies. Thinking I'll fly away, but I don't even got a pedal away. It shouldn't have gone down this way. Tell me, how did I get alive? How did I get alive? Somebody done me wrong, done me wrong. Ain't no telling when I get home. Gotta get home, yeah. As I'm cruising down this boulevard, swerving left and right to search for light, so I just look for God. I like to dedicate this to my boys, cause it's become so hard for me. Gave them all my loyalty, I took the charge. Seems like being real just ain't the thing to be. I can't help but wonder if they would've done the same for me, and painfully it seems like my whole family's ashamed of me. But how I feel is fuck them out. Y'all ain't done a thing for me, got me dropping aimlessly. It's like my brain be changing speeds. I'm not here to entertain a motherfucking thing, so peep the game that I speak, and you might fuck around and learn a lot. I'm spitting out that straight drop. When it lands, it burns the pot. In these ghetto streets, where we play for keeps and learn the plot. Boys telling I'm a felon, so my main concern is cops. I'm turning out the system, cause we victims of this earth today. While in church we pray, I think my homies got some words to say. It ain't no love, cause all I'm feeling is a lot of hate. Probably be a party if I fucked around and died today. Man, I'm twisted like I chewed a lemon, looking sour faced, and if I had a funeral, they probably come an hour later. Shit, it ain't no love, instead a lot of hate. When the preacher asks for words, they probably have some fly to say. And by the way, I'm speaking how I'm feeling, so I hope today that y'all can understand it ain't no love, it's just so much hate. And all this pain I feel won't go away, so how do y'all expect for me to leave when I'm supposed to stay? And instead of being old and paid, they'd rather see me working in these fields till I'm old and gray, hoping they can understand these words, cause I speak the truth. Probably wanna kill me, feeling guilty, now you see it's you. Showing love, got me scarred, take a look and see the proof. Wishing I could talk to Adam, asking why he eat the fruit. Temperatures like 100 degrees got me down on my knees. This can't be my destiny, but I got so many felonies. Thinking I'll fly away, but I don't even got a pedal away. It shouldn't have gone down this way. Tell me, how did I get alive? How did I get alive? Somebody done me wrong, done me wrong. Ain't no telling when I get home. Gotta get home, yeah.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Man, somebody done me wrong. Listen, I guess this is a pickup off my last prison story, which was part 10. Yeah, when I said there are no gangsters in prison. Well, this is part 11. Yeah, at 18, bro, I was excited to go to prison. And I want to explain that. And I just want to touch on a lot of other shit that I didn't touch on in my last part to kind of clarify some things, especially to the youth. So I was excited to go to prison, and I want to explain that. Let's take it from the get go. I was in the county about 6 months. 6 months. I'm gonna tell you something. County time, you in that same goddamn tank all day. You get your wreck early in the morning or some shit, but you pretty much in the same tank most of your time. Stressed the fuck out around a bunch of other motherfuckers that stressed the fuck out. Waiting to be sentenced or some shit. Let me tell you something. White folks, let me tell you something. The waiting process, it is kind of time, bro. That's where dudes really lose their hairline. That's where they shit begin to turn gray. A lot of shit, bro. Because let me tell you something, bro. And I had to pay for a lawyer. He promised me I'd get probation because it was my first felony as an adult. And I took the rap for my homies, and I told you, my best friend ended up on death row a year after I got in prison and shit like that, and he's still on death row. So, also prison, these stories is a way for me to kind of release a lot of shit, because I told you, none of my homies fucked with me when I got out. All the homies, we was a whole clique. And the clique didn't fuck with me when I got out. And it's been 10 years, and I've yet to hear from these motherfuckers. So it's a way for me to kind of get that shit off my chest, because it's always bothered me and still do bother me. Because I thought we was like brothers type shit. But anyway, we was young. But, so... yeah, you in the county, bro, and it's a slow process. And if you got a murder case, you gonna be in that motherfucker 2 years, especially in East Texas for sure. You gonna at least be in there 2 years. Motherfuckers do 3 and 4 years in the county, and that's being in the same tank. So, but psychologically, now the way I think, time is time. But black folks, and especially them old motherfuckers, they convince you it's better ways of doing time. Looking back on that shit, bro, time is time. But let me show you, and I'm finna explain how prison is fun and all that shit, especially for a youngster. And them old motherfuckers, everybody have fun in prison, just about. Now, this is what makes you want to go. For one, you gonna hear it's gonna be, no matter what tank you in, you in there with a motherfucker that done been to the pen. And most dudes who went to the pen, bro, I swear it's like bragging rights, bro. They throw it in your face that they been, bro. I told you, bro, it make you feel left out if you never been. It's dudes right now in their 30s, they really wish they could just do by 6 months in a prison, in one of the most hardcore prisons, so they could come back and say some tough shit. I'm telling you, bro, these prison storytellers be really pimping on y'all. They pimp on y'all, bro. That's why I'm not finna... They be pimping, bro. And I'm not saying all of them, but it's just a lot of them. You capping, bro. You capping. See, you'll have to go through this, because a lot of y'all wouldn't make it through that. Bro, man, a lot of these dudes who be telling these stories, like, you had to be the toughest of the tough to make it in prison, bro. And that's another thing I want to explain to you, bro. It's way more dangerous out here. It's way harder to make it out here. That's why a lot of people rather go back to prison. Most brothers go back, I ain't gonna say most, but a good majority go back because they want to go back. It's an easier life in prison. I'm gonna explain this shit too. But listen, prison is an easier life. But see, these are things that motherfuckers would hate to admit. I know it sounds fucked up, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Most dudes want to admit that shit, bro. It's easier. It's easier for you. Anyway, so you in the county. And it's gonna be a motherfucker from that done been to the prison, and I'm telling you, bro, he gonna have 1,000 stories. All of them lie, bro. 90% of dudes who have been to prison, they lie about what they saw. Most of them are telling a story that an older motherfucker told them. They lie, bro. And because you want to know how I know most dudes who've been to prison lie? Because they always act like they was tough. They never got punked. They never lost a fight. They never, nothing, never. It just always was some. And all of them had cell phones. All of them had a pack, bro. Everybody ain't got no pack, bro. Everybody ain't got no phone. That should be capped, bro. That should be capped. Anyway, so I'm hearing all these stories. Damn, they got weed in prison? What? What? Cocaine? What? They drinking it? What? Gambling? What? Guards fucking? What? And then you hear all the tough stories. Oh, yeah, motherfuckers getting stabbed. I seen a motherfucker get through off the third tier. All these stories, and you get to thinking about it. At 18, I'm thinking about my little gang banging life. And I'm like, nah, my shit, I want to experience some shit like this. Yeah, this the type of shit that'll solidify me as a gang. I felt like you ain't no gangster until you go to prison. I used to think that, and most youngsters thought that. We thought you damn near don't become a man or a gangster or whatever you want to call it until you go to prison. You gotta go to prison and become a man. Yeah, that's what we thought. So anyway, so the county, bro, like I said, is set up to make you be impatient, bro. For one, commissary is very, very high. Everything is extremely expensive in the county. Phone calls is high as shit. Listen, bro. And they get to telling you how cheap the ramen noodle packages is in prison compared to that. Oh man, they got ice cream on the commissary list. Brothers be bragging like a mother. Say, bro, it's way easier time in the pen, bro. This hard time in the county. Nah, bro, you can move around and shit in the pen, bro. You can do your thing. So I'm like, man, I'm tired of doing this hard ass time. It make you ready to just sign for some shit. Yeah. It makes you ready to just sign for some shit. Yeah. So I didn't hear from my lawyer. I heard from my lawyer my second month in the county, and I didn't hear from him again until like my 5th month. Cause all the way up in there, he said you're gonna get probation. You're 18. It's your first felony as an adult. So yeah, you're gonna get probation. And I had one of the best lawyers in Marshall, Vern Solomon. But so when I go to court, they was like, no, ain't, because we had a boy that was a racist DA named Joe Black. Joe Black. Yeah, that motherfucker, that was a motherfucker. That motherfucker looked me dead in my eyes. Cause I said, because when I went to court, okay, and I told you a lot of the stories that I went through in the county. Yeah, I got in a lot of fights and shit like that. So I was just, at this point, I kind of, but like I said, hold on, keep in mind, my lawyer told me all the time, the whole time in the county, even though I'm hearing these prison stories and I'm excited to go, I'm thinking I'm gonna get probation. But when I go to court that 5th month, that motherfucker looked at me. He came to me. He said, "Well, they offering you 8 years. If I can get them down to 5, you'll sign." This shit shocked me. I'm gonna be real, bro. 8 years or even 5, bro. I wasn't expecting that shit. Cause my shit carried 2 to 20. I damn near, like, I wasn't tripping off a 2 or a 3 damn near, but I still wanted probation. But the fact that this motherfucker said no probation in 8 years. I looked at that motherfucker. What? I said, say, man, you can't ask them for probation? He said, no, they're not offering it. So, he said, you want me to see if I can get them down to 5? I'm just in shock at this point, because I wasn't expecting these kind of numbers. So he went back to him. He said, no, they won't even go down to 5. He said, you're gonna have to sign for this 8, or we're gonna go and take it to trial, and they're gonna give you the maximum 20. Okay. So it fucked me up. This whole time I'm expecting to get released. Listen, bro, 5 months in the county is just long, and it's just stressful because in prison, you already know your sentence. But in the county, it's more stressful because you're fighting your case. So it's a lot more stressful. But I'm also gonna break down a lot of shit, bro. But the point is, bro, brothers in the county, they suit you up for prison, bro. They get you ready. They give you all the stories. They tell you what you're gonna need, what you don't need. They tell you just about every you be set and ready to go. But one thing about all these prison stories, when you get there, your experience will be nothing like their experience or the lies that they told you. Anyway, that motherfucker came back and said, "No, it's eight or it's either 20." So I ended up talking to my mama. I said, "Man, let me talk to my mama and shit like that." So my mama and my auntie was there, and I said, "Well, they offering 8. I have to sign for it. They're gonna give me 20." Keep the shit I know now. Anyway, but like I said, bro, when you in the county, you stressed out. That's why a lot of brothers sign for time, bro. Most brothers don't go. Most cases are settled out in court with a plea bargain. Yeah, most of us, we don't go to trial. We don't go to trial because they put that fear in you. Oh, man, they're going to give you 70, 80 years. But also, when you go to trial, you got a fighting chance to appeal that shit. But most people don't win their appeal, so it's very scary to go to it. Yeah, they scare the shit out of you. Don't go to, don't. That motherfucker Plaza, you ain't got a paid lawyer, they don't go to trial. I had a paid lawyer, and I was still scared to go to trial. But anyway, nah, bro, they scare you about trial. So most brothers sign. And most of us sign fast because of these prison stories. We ready to go on and go to prison because it sound better. It sound better than the shit we going through in the county. Yeah, they telling us about cigarettes and all this shit you can do. Listen, so I told my mom, I said, "Man, I'm finna sign for this 8." So she hugged me and this and that. She said, "You got it, baby. You got it." And shout out to her. She wrote me every step of the way. 5 years flat, she wrote me. And my sister wrote me. Shout out to you. Consistently for 5 years straight. So I signed, and this 5 months in, I remember I talked to my homie that's on death row now. I'll never forget when I called him. And he answered the phone. I said, "Say, bro," cause I wasn't feeling too fucked up. Also, let me keep in mind the real reason why I wasn't feeling fucked up. See, lawyers lie to you. He told me, he said, "Bro, 8 years, it ain't what you think." He said, "You get 3 for 1, and you get good time. You already got 5 months in the county. You'll be home in 6 months." Yeah, that's what he told me, bro. That is the biggest lie. The scariest thing about Texas prisons. And I'm finna continue, but the scariest thing about Texas prisons is you don't know when you're going home, bro. It don't matter cause that shit non-ag, bro. I seen so many dudes, non-ag, he did his whole 20. He did his whole 30, non-ag. You could have man, you don't know when you're going home. That's the scariest thing about prison. It don't mean, bro, just because you done did half your sentence, bro, and you done been good, you can be on your best behavior, bro. It is hard to make parole in Texas. It's some regions, bro, that when I went to West Texas, bro, they weren't making parole. Everybody was getting 3-year set-offs, 5-year set-offs. Like, it is hard. It go from region to region. Like, this region may be good for 5 years, and then it switched to this region. Everybody else missing, getting denied, bro. Most get denied in prison. It is very hard to make parole. It is very hard to make parole. So, I did more than half my sentence. Anyway, but Anyway, so I talked to my homie. I said, "Yeah, man, I got 8, but shit, I'll be home real quick. Shit, it ain't shit." He said, 8 years. And I just remember him, he just damn near kind of broke down a little bit. And I was just like, "Nah, bro, it's good, man. Shit, much love to you, bro." He was like, "Man, I appreciate what you did, bro, but damn, bro, 8 years." So anyway, that's the last time I ever talked to him. So, yeah, they sent me from Marshall to Longview. Then I went from Longview to Tyler. And then that's where they pick everybody up. Now, one of the other scariest things about prison, the wild unit was very scary. Because that shit looked old, bro. It just looked slavish. It just looked historic. It just, The wild unit, bro, looked like bro, because a lot of people would put the death at the wild. That's where the death chamber used to be at, but now it's at Pulaski, which is where my partner's at. The wild unit is a scary looking ass unit. It's the oldest unit too. That motherfucker was built in the 1800s, and it looked that way. That was a scary ass. I felt a lot of spirits when I was at the wild unit. Anyway, that motherfucker. Anyway, so other than that, another scary thing about prison was that when I got on that Bluebird bus, it's an all-white bus. When you get on this motherfucker, you own it, and you chain next to somebody. Ain't all that trying to use the bathroom. You better hold whatever you got, bro. You better hold whatever you got. You know, some dudes be, ain't no way you finna be chained to me and take a shit. Some dudes do that shit though. You out your fucking mind if you finna be chained next to me. But you still gotta listen, and that's another thing. Which is just some shit is just horrific, bro. Some shit you just never get over. Smelling somebody else shit is one of the most, it's a norm in prison. It's one of the most, it's a lot of things I went through that was one of them. Yeah, that was one of them. Smelling another motherfucker shit. So anyway, motherfucker might take a shit on the bus. Listen, bro, when you get on this bus, you own that motherfucker. And Texas is huge. You could drive 12 hours and be still in Texas. A lot of shit. Bro, Texas is huge. So, and you don't know where you're going. They don't tell you. So you just own that motherfucker. So they shoot me to Gurney, which is in Palestine. It's like 5 prisons in Palestine. So when you hit Gurney, it's gonna be a lot of buses there. It's gonna be people from other counties. You going as soon as you get off that motherfucker, it's number white, redneck, hateful. They yelling out shit. Hey, strip out of them. That's the first thing you gonna do is get naked when you get to Gurney. The first thing when you get off that bus, you gonna get butt ass naked. After that, they're gonna put all of you in a cage. It's 4 cages. And it's a bunch of people in each cage. So everybody going through a process. The people in the first cage, we finna talk to a psychiatric doctor, ask you if you're crazy, ask you do you got any injuries, and other stupid ass questions. Do you want to harm yourself? And then in the other cage, they taking you to get to the barber chair, and he's shaving your hair or shaving your face. You got to be bald headed. You got to be doing all that shit. And this other motherfucker in the cage, he farther along. Now they checking his property. So in all these cages, it's some shit going on. But you in a fucking cage with like 60 people, and it's a small cage. It ain't much room. Like I said, motherfucker might be taking a shit and blow up the whole cage, and you just gotta beat her. It's a lot of shit. A lot of times, a few squabbles go on in them cages. But anyway, you in a bunch of cages, and you just transferring to each cage, and each cage is another step. Your first day in prison will be the longest day of your life. It got there early that morning. Shit, you ain't gonna get to your dorm till probably about 7 that evening, because you're gonna be in them cages for some hours, going through all this process. Everything white folks, this whole system, bro. One thing about that white boy, he gonna teach your ass some patience. From the court system to the lawyers to you gonna learn patience in prison. So you done got shaved. Everybody shaved. They give you it's gonna be an open shower. You're gonna shower next to 50 people. You're gonna stand there naked waiting on the towel. All that shit. So it's a lot of shit, bro. You're gonna go through a whole process. So you're gonna go through a whole process that day. By the time you get to your dorm 7, 8 that night, you're gonna be tired of shit. Open fucking shower, so everywhere you walk is motherfucker showering. It's just in your vision when you shower. It's in the open. It's a lot of shit. So Gurney, that was a unit where they process you. You're gonna have to take out that whole week. You're gonna take tests. You're gonna see the doctors. You're gonna get tested for shit. You gotta go to school and they test you out, see if you done got your GED. If not, you're getting in school. All that shit, and figure out what unit you're going to. Normally you're there 2 to 3 months. Then they're gonna send you. For me, they send me to another unit, then another unit, then another unit. And so when I finally got situated, I ended up over there at Dawson. So like I said, bro, during these transitions, bro, you just running into so many different people. You're hearing so many different stories. Everybody you run to in prison got a different prison story. So when you never been, you just hearing it, you soaking it all up. You're trying to prepare yourself. Also, I was a gangbanger, so I'm hearing the gangbanging lifestyle in prison and shit like that. So so I finally get situated. Finally hit the unit, and that's just pretty much the process you go through. But when I say I was excited to go, bro, like I said, bro, everything that's out here is in there. You just can't drive no car or fly an airplane, but you can do just about everything. You can do everything, bro. So seeing all that and hearing these stories and seeing everything that's going on, seeing all the drugs, seeing all these females, because the first unit after I hit all them units and I end up at Dawson, it was nothing but black guards. It was a bunch of females straight out the cliff, straight out of Pleasant Grove, West Dallas, South Dallas. These motherfuckers is bloods and shit. It was a lot of shit. So I'm seeing everything that's going on. It's a lot of different shit going on. So, I get right in the mix. And on this banging shit. And looking back on that, bro, it ain't about what was going on. It's about the fact that prison prepares you to go right back. It prepares you to go right back, bro. I'm telling you, bro, 90% of everybody in prison, they having fun, bro. They having fun because these are the kind of dudes feel that way. As long as I got my dogs with me, my homies with me and shit, and we spreading every night. We smoking cigarettes and shit and arguing over the cowboy. That's fun, bro. That's what they do out here. So it's the same shit. Dudes is really having fun in there. That's why a lot of them go back. They feel like, man, I'm finna go back and be with my homies. Be back with my lokes. It's a lot of dudes that is a nobody out here, but they somebody in prison. No, you got a lot of prison penitentiary legends. Yeah, dudes just they the shit in prison. Yeah, they can't even get no women out here, but boy, when they go to prison, they got 4 different guards. They don't know how to talk to a woman out here, but boy, they can talk to them prison guards and give them the drop anything they need. Nah, bro, dudes is in there drinking Hennessy and smoking. I'm talking about that diesel. So dudes is doing what they want. If you got money, you can live a lavish life in prison. Nah, bro, you can have everything you want. You can eat McDonald's if you got the right amount of money. But the point I'm making is, I know that shit sound exciting to an ignorant motherfucker. Not on wise, bro. I got the George Jackson mentality. If you don't know about George Jackson, you need to look him up. But nah, bro, this is a system. I'm telling you, bro, prison really babies you. It gets you comfortable to where you can always come back. That's why 85% come back. Now, don't get it twisted. Most of the reason is because of it's the way the prison ran, bro. Like I said, the guards and the warden dictate. If a prison, because all of them are different, but it's the same shit. No matter what state you are, but down south is much different, much more racist. But some are tougher than others. But if a prison is more violent, that means the warden and the guards are more violent. It's the guards and the warden who make the prison. It's not the inmates, bro. Because you have 90% inmates, 10% convicts. Convicts don't tell, inmates tell. And 90% of prisoners are inmates. They have an inmate mentality. Yeah, they'll tell and shit like that. Convicts are different. Convicts are the ones who are not having a good time and having fun, because convicts see the bigger picture. They see this same guard, bro, that's dropping for this dude. He'll put you in lockup because he see you drinking some hooch. It's a lot of different shit, bro. When you understand the system you under and how white folks will let you self-destruct. They gonna bring you the drugs because it's gonna destroy you. They ain't gonna never get charged for it though. When I look back at that shit, that's why I said I used to think it was the most player shit to have a guard dropping off drugs for you and shit like that. Shit the lamest shit, and most of them dudes tell. Most of them dudes tell, bro. It's just like working with the laws out here. The guards in prison is the law. Fuck, I want you dropping for me for when shit get real, bro. You gon' get me knocked. Now I done seen dudes. I had a seller. His wife used to bring him an ounce every week as about 10 tabs. But so he did it a different way. But most dudes get it through guards. So but yeah, them very guards, bro. Get your homies locked up for shit. Get other dudes put in seg and shit. So. But they drop them for you. I seen that shit a lot. Most of the guards who drop, they police the most. I seen lieutenants. I'm like, this motherfucker dropping? But this is the most strict motherfucker on the unit. So the point I'm making is, bro, if you just love ignorant shit, because a lot of you motherfuckers, that's why I'm saying it's fun, bro. It's going to be fun for a lot of you. You're going to have fun, bro. And it's easy to survive. No, you ain't gotta pay rent. No, that white boy is your daddy. He gonna feed you. He gonna give you 3 meals a day. You won't starve. You ain't gotta pay no electric bills, no shit. But you gonna work. Oh no, you gonna work. And that's in all prisons. No matter what state, your ass gonna work. So all gangsters got a job. The very gangsters that said they wouldn't work out here, your ass go to prison and work for that white boy. So we just mug. It ain't enough bananas in the world to feed us, bro. When I look back on that shit, I'm telling you, bro, it's fun if you ignorant. Prison is fun, bro. If you believe in that gang shit, bro, get with your gang. All you gotta do, bro, if you scary, just be a Muslim. The church ain't gonna really protect you. Don't get with the church. Be a Crip, a Blood, or a GD, or a Muslim, and ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. You may get in a fight every now and then, but there's a lot of dudes who never really have to fight. Yeah, just get cool, bro, especially if you good in basketball or something. Yeah, most dudes who's good in basketball, dudes protect them more. I don't know what it is about a good basketball playing motherfucker, but yeah, nah, bro, it ain't that rough. But when you realize that you just a pawn, and you're not even a pawn, bro. But you just property, bro. It hit me one day when I was in prison. It was like my 4th year. Like I said, I quit banging my 4th year in prison. It just hit me one day, bro. I was just like, we property, bro. And let me tell you something, bro. One of my first prison stories, I damn near was bragging. I ain't gonna lie. I was just showing the heart I got because I called out the speaker for the Hoovers. And that motherfucker was about 6'2", 240. I'm only 6 foot. I was 170 then. I'm bigger than that, but I was 170 then. I told you I was little. And I called them. Got gloves tatted on them. I didn't see them knock out motherfucker, and I ain't never seen nobody call them out. But anyway, and we was actually cool because he sang too and shit. We do music. We was actually cool, but some shit happened with the Bloods, and he said some disrespectful shit towards the Bloods. Nobody said nothing because these were some young ass Bloods at this time. We was in medium custody. And anyway, I called them out and shit like that. And we ended up having a lineup. Because there had been tension. I ended up hitting this unit and it was already tension with the Bloods and the Crips. I didn't even know I come to find this out. So after me and Meadowbrook fight, it was like that started a lineup. It was 10 Bloods, 10 Crips fought. They all went in the cell, one at a time, and got it in. And the guards let that shit go down. But the point I'm making, and I was bragging in that story. It was one of my first prison stories. Oh, yeah, I called out the biggest motherfucker. But yeah, I did that shit though. But and all the Crips came to me right after that and said, bro, I respect you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So I was 19, 20. Sit down. The fuck is you motherfuckers barking at? Motherfucker sound like he trying to break the chain. Probably ain't nothing but a damn cat. Anyway, so the point I'm making about that story is when I look back on that shit, it really wasn't no tough ass shit. A lot of man, hold on. Sit your ass down. Fucking hound dog. That motherfucker ain't finna come in this yard. That motherfucker there will cause my female in heat. But ain't no dog coming in this yard finna try to tap that. Yeah, my female in heat, but my female ain't finna let nothing hit her. The motherfucker just be walking by sniffing and shit. You ain't finna come in this yard. But yeah, I know his bark. See, you gotta know your dog. That's when he finna yeah. That's when it's go time. So anyway, so yeah, see, I got a good memory. Okay, back to what I was saying. This the point I'm making now. I thought I did some tough shit. Well, it was some stand-up shit. I called out a crip that's been knocking out motherfuckers and nobody had ever called him out. He was a young lion. And I saw that's the same crip I saw chick 30 Mexicans by himself and they didn't want no smoke with the crips. That motherfucker, he checked the shit out of him. Anyway, so I look back on that now as a grown-ass man. And I'm like, yeah, man, and the guards let us get it in. I'm thinking like we had power. Nah, bro, them was some white boys, guards and shit. And they was enjoying that shit. And the white boys and the Mexicans sit back and watched us do our little lineup and shit. We only tough as the guards allow us to be, bro. That was entertainment for them motherfuckers. Cause we beating up each other. You beat up a fucking guard and watch what happened. So what I'm saying is, it's always, guards will let you destroy each other. Yeah, they'll let you motherfuckers destroy each other. So, it's, you can get lost in the system, bro. Yeah, if you just love ignorant shit, bro, and just love gossip, bro, nobody gossip more than motherfuckers in prison. If you want to gossip, you just want to look for some shit to always talk about, yeah, prison is for you, bro. But I'm just telling you, you can get lost in the sauce, bro. You can get lost in the sauce because one day it's gonna hit you while you're in prison. After you drinked all the hooch and drank all the wine and smoked all the weed. I ain't gonna lie, the weed was a great help for me in prison. Oh boy, I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, that out of all the shit, weed helped me out a lot, though. I will say that. That weed damn near make you forget you in prison. But the point I'm making is, no matter how young and ignorant you are, bro, it's gonna hit you one day. And like it hit me when I was like 21, 22. And at that point, I told you I quit banging. I changed and just got on some other shit. But one day it's gonna hit you, bro. Like, I'm a slave, bro. I'm property in her. These guards do all the dirt, but they don't never go to SEG. Man, dudes be having money, bro. I done seen some dudes it was a Muslim, bro, that ran the entire unit, and I didn't even know it, bro. He was about 35. That motherfucker had all the packs. That motherfucker had fucking tobacco after tobacco. He had all the weed over the whole unit. One man. And another guard set him up. So I seen dudes, bro, ride. This motherfucker was like a kingpin in prison, but he ended up broke. Cause one thing about that white boy, even in prison, just like the white boy do out here when he do a drug bust, when they pop you in prison, bro, all them thousands and thousands of cash money, that cash is gone, bro. That dope is gone, the plug gone. That guard will turn on you at any moment, just like the laws will, bro. So what goes up can definitely go down, bro. Prison, for an ignorant motherfucker in these streets, bro, I'm telling you, it's exciting. You can do the same shit you do out here, bro. You can do the same shit. Yeah, bro, it's plenty of weed. If you like K2, they got that for you. Whatever drug, if you got the money, bro, they'll get it for you. Yeah, if you just stuck on this street life, bro, prison is just like the streets. It's just the streets is much more dangerous. That's what these prison story dudes don't tell you the truth. They act like prison is so much more dangerous, bro. Nah, bro, they got access to way more weapons out here than we do in there. All you got is some blades and shanks and little shit like that, bro. Motherfuckers ain't got nothing but some blades and shit. And them blades really, I'm gonna tell you something, blades is what keep Mexicans safe. And I'm gonna tell you some real shit. In Texas prison, blades over the last 20 years have killed Mexicans safe. Because without them black, I'm telling you, because they can't whoop us, bro. I've seen in my, and there's some Mexicans that can fight, but for the most part, they can't fuck with us, bro, at all. It ain't close, bro. Every unit I've been to a lot of prison. Every one, bro, it was the baddest motherfucker was a black man. I ain't never been to no prison and the baddest motherfucker was a white boy or a mess. I'm just telling you, bro, they very intimidated by our fighting skills in prison. I'm just telling you. In boxing, it seems to be a different story. But in prison, bro, Mexicans without the blades, bro, and they numbers and sticking together, nah, bro, they be in trouble. That's why in the 80s, we Mexicans was extorted a lot. That's why like 85, 86, I talked to a lot of old schools who did a lot of time. And they were like 85, 86 was when blades really, really hit prison. Yeah, Mexicans known for the blades. And they kind of kept us off their ass and shit like that. So, without them blades, bro, Mexicans would be getting extorted. Real shit. Mexicans would be getting extorted. Bro, I seen one, bro, on every, like, because they terrified of black people. Especially like the gangster, the motherfuckers that, it's some motherfuckers that are very feared, bro. On every prison, you're going to have it's a certain amount of black people that everybody fear. And them black people alone can control damn near the whole prison. So, yeah, without numbers and blades, Mexicans would be in trouble. White boys still get it, go through a little shit. But, nah, bro, like I said, bro, the most protected gang is the gays, though. Because the only gang that the guards will defend are the gays. The guards will not defend the white boys, the Mexicans, or the Crips or the Bloods, unless you on a unit where it's mostly Mexicans or a unit where it's mostly white guards. But on every unit, they will defend the gay if you fuck with them, bro, and they gonna all come together. That's why I say I ain't never seen no gangsters attack the gays. You'll never, and plus most of them, a lot of them are fucking them gays, and you got a lot of motherfuckers that are killed behind them boys. Some of them motherfuckers be in marriages and shit. They call them motherfuckers their husband and shit, but. No, gays got a lot of power because the guards are behind them. That's the only gang that the guards back up. Guards will beat your fucking ass fucking with them gays. They'll set you up, bro. It'll be the guard that'll set you up behind fucking one of them gays. And all gangsters know that shit. And that's what they don't tell you. So, anyway, I done said enough. This is part 11. I was excited to go, bro, because I could do all the ignorant shit that I did out here. But after a while, bro, when you see all them old dudes that just done been gone 30 years and they just done got old, look at them motherfuckers. Them the motherfuckers that's tired, bro. Nah, bro, 90% of the people in prison, bro, are having fun. They having the time of their life. They laughing. Oh, bro, I'm telling you, in prison, bro, everywhere, they just laugh all day and slam dominoes, dunk on motherfuckers, fight. It's all fun, bro. Fighting is fun. Fighting is really, really fun. It's fun, bro. A lot of shit. Poking a motherfucker with that knife is fun. So, motherfuckers jack off on guards and shit. That's the biggest shit in prison. A lot of shit. So, yeah, if you ignorant, bro, it'll be fun for you. You'll be out. Just get with a gang, bro. You won't go through no it ain't dangerous like that, bro. Bro, the best thing for you to do is become a Muslim. I prefer become a Muslim than be a Crip or a Blood. The Muslim, bro, you just gotta be dedicated. You're gonna have to pray 5 times a day. You're gonna need that Quran on you at all times. And that piece on the top of your shit. And you go, and I'm gonna tell you another thing, that once a year shit, that shit rough. And they watch your ass. Yeah, with that Ramadan shit, I think that's like a whole month where you can't eat until the sun go down. Yeah, that shit be hard on them, boy. They be losing weight. But yeah, if you can dedicate yourself to that, because the Muslims are tougher than the Crips and Bloods to me. Muslims will fuck you off, and they really gonna use that blade. Muslims don't play. I will say that. Don't nobody punk the Muslims. And that's a fact. And you can't do no soft ass shit, or they'll beat the fuck out you. So, yeah, if you want some good discipline but good protection, be a Muslim. But don't let them catch you eating pork or none of that. But you know the thing about Muslims that fucked me up. Like I said, they sell dope in prison too, and also they smoke cigarettes. But they so against pork, and they look at you like you You just lost if you eating pork. But most of them smoke cigarettes. Anyway, that's just some food for thought. This is 903 Box, and I am your host, Charles J. With that,